Today, we're going to be taking a look at how you can make an extra $10,000 in just 5 seconds of work. So, I know this idea might seem a little crazy. Like, come on, man. Really? You're going to make an extra $10,000 in 5 seconds? That's not possible. But bear with me, all right? So, the idea, let's imagine we're going to go ahead and want to purchase a home. We want to purchase a home for $100,000, and you're working and you're hustling throughout the year. You're making up money and you're saving, you're putting in your little savings jar. Second year comes around, you're saving more, and finally you have your $20,000. Now, obviously, we're not going to save up an extra or upfront $100,000 because when you go ahead and purchase a house, ideally you want to have just about 20% saved up. So you're going to go ahead and save up $20,000. And why 20%? Well, if you pay 20% or more on a property, you don't have to pay what's called PMI or private mortgage insurance. And that's pretty much like an extra fee, just letting the institutions know, hey, I'm good for this loan because I'm only putting down, less than 20%. So let's say 5%. I'm going to go ahead and pay this extra fee or this PMI to let you guys know, hey, I'm good for it. You can give me the loan. I'm going to pay this extra fee every single time I have to do, my payments. And in return, you get a nice loan of 5%. But again, because you're taking out a loan of only 5%, it's a little risky for the lenders. So it's just extra insurance to let the lenders know you're good for it. But in this case scenario, you go ahead and you save up a nice extra $20,000 in cash to go ahead and put down on your house, right? And from there, the property is worth about $100,000 easily. So you go ahead, you call up the owner, and you realize, no, you know what? If I know it's worth $100,000, why not offer $80,000, $80,500, right? So you go ahead and you call them. You let them know, hey, I would love to buy the property, but it's a bit out of my range, you say. And you go ahead and you offer $80,500 as the buying price for the property. Now, the owner says no, unfortunately. No, you can't really sell that low. So you call them back and you say, hey, fine. I heard your first offer and you said no. What if I can go ahead and offer you $90,000 for the property? And they say yes. Now, because instead of going to call and just saying, hey, I want to offer you your asking price of $100,000, right? When you call, you built up that courage and that confidence to say, you know what? I want to go ahead and offer you $80,500. In this scenario, what's creating is called your margin of safety. So this is something I actually learned about not in a real estate book, but in a stock book called Rule Number 1 by Phil Town. You go check it out if you haven't already. Really great for stock investing. But the idea is you have what's called like a nice cushion, a margin of safety. If you've ever seen Adam Sandler, like a cushion of protection, right? So you have this margin of safety between, zero, right, being the low, then the value of the item that you're purchasing, and then wherever you actually purchase it at. So you want to purchase whatever item you're purchasing, ideally below, its value. So like that area that you have in between is known as your margin of safety. So if you knew the house was worth $100,000 and you go ahead and you offer $80,000 and they said no, then you got $90,000. Well, you not only made an extra $10,000 in 5 seconds, right? But you went ahead and know now that you purchased it undervalued. So if you ever had to even sell the property, you could sell it for $100,000 or higher, right? Now, granted, not everyone's going to sell it for below value, right? If they know it's worth X amount, they might not even sell, they might add a premium, right? It just depends. So you got to keep looking for other opportunities, right? Don't get me wrong. I get it that you can't do this with every situation. But again, that's why opportunities are opportunities, because not every not every situation that occurs is the best opportunity. You're paying too high premiums on an item, but you just got to keep looking and really digging for those really golden opportunities, right? And now with that extra $10,000 that you saved, sure, it's not an extra income that you made, right? And technically speaking, you already saved the $20,000 down payment, but that's an extra $10,000 you don't have to worry about paying, right? So in the future, as you progress and you make more income and you make more money, instead of having to put aside, those extra $10,000 towards, that loan, you can go ahead and have that extra $10,000 in cash and use that elsewhere. Again, once you've saved up. Again, this is just the price of the house, not, the actual cash you have on hand. But the idea is still the same. You have this extra $10,000 of money that can go ahead and work for you, right? And now you have another $10,000 you can save, you can put into the stock market, or you can buy another real estate property. Now, this doesn't even just have to be with real estate. You can go ahead and take a look at something like garage sailing, right? or thrift stores. When you go to a garage sale and someone's saying, "Hey, this price is worth $20," right? Don't be afraid to build that confidence, right? And say, "Hey, you know what? I like this item, but I don't think it's worth $20. I can give you $5 for it," right? Now, if they say yes, best case scenario is you save 75% on the used item, right? And usually when you go to garage sales, $20 is marked because they think it's worth, let's say, 40. But a garage sale, usually people are just trying to get rid of their items anyways, right? So don't be afraid, again, to just kind of offer a lower price and see what they say. And the idea isn't to go ahead and manipulate or use people. It's more of to help you guys see like, hey, if I just build my confidence and uh, being able to negotiate when I go ahead and call within those extra 5 seconds that you say the price you want to pay, instead of just settling me like, no, let me just offer 100,000. Just build the confidence and say, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and offer $90,000. And again, what's the worst that happens? Maybe they say no, but maybe they say yes, and you can go ahead and snag the property at a really great deal. And again, save yourself an extra $10,000, right? And you can go ahead and, if you want to practice this now, let's say you don't have, not everybody has $20,000 saved up. Go ahead and look around in your local area. Try to find perhaps like garage sales, and go ahead and practice. You can practice negotiating there. Go and find different items that you like. Maybe you're into, I don't know, cards, baseball cards, or maybe you're into some sort of collectible item. And even if you're not, go check out some garage sales. You might be surprised at what you find. You never know really what you're gonna find, but you might find something you really like, and you can go ahead and you can practice negotiating with the owner, right? I mean, this happens all. I mean, yeah, this happens all the time at garage sales where they have it marked for 5. You can always do group deals. Hey, I'm buying these 5 different items. Can I get them, discounted 50%? Again, what's the worst that happens? They say no, right? And again, in that extra time, the extra 3 to 5 seconds it took you to just build the courage and just say it, right? Just go for it. You've been able to, if they say yes, save up that extra money. And now again, it's not income, but that's extra money you can go ahead and apply elsewhere into your future investments and find future opportunities. And this idea I did read within Secrets of Power Negotiating by Roger Dawson. Probably one of the biggest lessons I learned from this book was that idea of just, hey, the 5 extra seconds it takes you to just build that courage and say the numbers that you really want to get a good deal at. You're able to save so much money. And you can just think of it as, hey, I just paid myself this extra money and then use that in other investments later on. Truly great idea. It is a bit outdated, the book, about 15 years old, especially towards the end. But the first 100 pages, I think I got this for about 15, 20 bucks. But the first 100 pages alone provided so much value that I wanted to share just that one idea with you guys. There's several, many more. But I'm not trying to sell you the book or anything. Just if you want to check it out, really great book. But that one idea alone, I think, was probably the biggest lesson I learned from that book. Just have the confidence to go ahead, go for it. Just say, hey, you know what? I want to offer this much. And hopefully they say yes. You can save yourself a nice little extra money and find other opportunities in the future. I'm wishing you guys really the very best in your future negotiations and just your future endeavors in life. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and you gained some value out of it. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. You can also check us out on Instagram as well, at The Financial Dev. I mean, we're on all social media platforms. Again, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video and this idea of making an extra $10,000 in 5 seconds by just building your confidence and just going for it. All right? I'm wishing you guys a great day. Thanks for watching.